Hmm. What do we have here? Let's see. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. The iPhone 10 unboxing with Gino's Gadgets. Let's go. So, I want to go ahead and get rocking with this unboxing of Apple's new iPhone 10. But after the first 90 seconds, things are going to get interesting. Because not only are we going to unbox the iPhone 10, Apple's flagship for 2017, but we're also going to mix it up with the most head-to-head device that's going to battle this one for the holidays for folks that are in the market for a new premium high-end smartphone. So let's start the unboxing. So Apple was not joking about keeping these phones sealed. Here we go. All right, so there is a little tab here, guys. I was about to go beast mode with my little mini beast mode knife here, but no need. Looks like they have a handy dandy little pull tab here. So I'm going to go that route with it. And this is an AT&T version, by the way, and it has the phone number and all that stuff. So I think we know whose number it is. So anyway, this is the 256 gigabyte version of the iPhone 10, or some people say iPhone X, but I think Apple wants you to say iPhone 10, but it says X on a lot of the marketing. So, but yeah, as you can see, 256 gigabit version here. So that's 256 gigabytes. That's a good bit of storage. You don't have expandable storage with iPhone. Apple does not do that. So good looking box. Got a kind of a 3D etch of the device, and you can see the 5.8 inch screen and the famous notch there. You got the Apple logo on the top, and then on the bottom you have like IMEI, UPC, and all that good stuff. So yeah, 256 gigabit model. Right here is a description of what's included in the box. It says includes iPhone X, earpods with lightning connector, and it's basically got a USB cable, USB power adapter, and it says it supports GSM, LTE, and all that good stuff. So we already know all that. Let's jump right into it. So first and foremost, you can see Apple, you have a very minimalist approach, but at the same time, it's very stylish. You'll see that the notch, this little tab here, actually mimics the notch on the top of the iPhone. So that's interesting. And it says designed by Apple in California. Good old US of A. and we'll slide this to the side. And as soon as you lift that up, it reveals the device. So you can see that right there. Okay, and we'll go ahead and pull that out by the little tab. Again, small little detail, but guys, sometimes it's in the details. Just a small little tab for you to lift the device out and get your first look at it. And as you can see, this is the space gray model, 256 gigabytes. And man, look at that. Space gray. That is sharp, guys. Man, that's sharp. Let's see if I can get my glare out of the shot. There we go. Man, that is just sharp. So good looking device. That's the space gray color. I want to get a good angle on that, but yeah, that's really sharp. So let's see if I can get a close up so you guys can check it out. That's the space gray 256. And the first thing, guys, that jumps out at me about the device, I have to say this before we look at everything else that's in the box, is it's just, again, they're not shying away from the notch. It's highlighted even in the pull tab here. You got the Apple logo on the back, and it's stainless steel look, kind of a stainless steel metallic look to it, and it really looks good against that dark space gray finish. So and you see the camera is a little bit different than what it's been in the past years. You still have the dual camera, but it's vertical now. So I'll put that to the side for just a moment. You have your ear pods right here, so you can listen to some music. You also have your charger, ear pods. Lift those out, and you have your lightning connector. Now it said that there was also an adapter. I don't see the adapter. Okay, it's hiding in here. Okay, so there we go. On the reverse side of the ear pods is your adapter, so you can go from lightning to 3.5 millimeter, because the new iPhones do not have an actual headphone jack. So, and that started a year ago. So, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, some people still have a tough time with it, but it is what it is. I don't think it's coming back. I don't think Apple's going to bring it back. So, yeah. So, we'll kind of place these things, and then we'll jump right into the phone. Okay. So, the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to power this baby on. Hopefully it's got some juice. To power on this device, guys, something that I read, you have to press this button here and one of the volume rockers at the same time. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we got an Apple logo, and we're starting to rock and roll. Hello, hello. We'll check out the animation here. Okay, so we get hello, hello, bonjour. So it's going to say hello in like 50 different languages, I assume. But this is the iPhone X experience. And we can even see in the boot up animations, and kind of tell how prevalent the notch is. So we'll see what's next and move forward. Okay, so now that we have a connection, we're going to move forward. says it may take a few minutes to activate your iPhone, and it's rocking and rolling now. And this is for Face ID, and so I'm going to do a quick one of those to see how you set it up. Okay, so we're at the point with the Face ID setup. So I hear it's pretty quick, so we're going to go ahead and go through that. We're going to click continue. It says first position your face in the camera frame, then move your head in a circle to show all the angles of your face. Get started. Now I wear glasses, so I don't know if I should maybe take my glasses off. I think I'm going to. All right, get started. Okay. That was pretty painless. So you just move your head in a circle. Okay, it says Face ID scan is complete. So it did a second face scan. So it says Face ID is now set up. So you did 2 scans, pretty simple, continue. All right, so now we're setting the passcode. Okay, it says you want to back up data. We're not going to do that. Okay. Set up as new iPhone. All right, then it's going to ask for your Apple ID. Go ahead and type that in. Something that I'm already kind of noticing is that there's no number row on the keyboard there. I'm used to there being a number row right over the top of the letters. There are worse things in the world, but something I've noticed. Okay. Okay, so it said there's been a verification sent to some of your other iOS devices, so I'm going to get the verification code and move forward. Okay, so I got the passcode and put it in, and so it's letting me move forward with the setup. So as you can see here, it's saying True Tone display. iPhone automatically adapts to ambient lighting conditions to make colors appear more consistent in different environments. You can change this later in the display and brightness settings. See with True Display or see without True Tone Display. I'm going to say True Tone Display because that's a new technology and I think it's going to help the screen look better in different lighting environments. So let's say continue. Continue. Switch between recent apps. So it's kind of walking you through, giving you a tutorial of how to swipe up from the bottom to go home and then how to swipe up to get to your recent apps. quick access, swipe down from the right, and notifications from the left, it looks like. Welcome to iPhone. All right. And we're almost there to the home screen. So we're going to check it out here. Now it says swipe up to get started. So we'll swipe up from the bottom. And there you are. You're at your home screen. And this is just a familiar place. Everyone who's ever had an iPhone is familiar with this home screen. So all you do if you're in an application, in really any application that you're in, let's say we open up the phone dialer. All you have to do to get it out of that is just swipe up and it goes away. So if we're in notes, open up notes. So we'll continue with that. So it has like all your different notes and things like that from, different things that you've had. As soon as you want to get out of an application, all you do is just swipe up from the bottom and it goes away. Now, if I want to go into Safari and open up Safari, and we'll go to, just for example, we'll just go to the Apple website. All right, so we're at apple.com. It's got the iPhone X there, or iPhone 10. And if I want to get out of that and then go to another recent app that I was inside of, all I have to do is just swipe and hold. And I can go into, swipe and hold, and then I can go into any of these apps that I was just in. I was in the phone dialer, I had notes open, and I have the web page open. So you can just jump right back into the web page right there. So that's how you do so it's the difference of swiping and just that's it, or swiping and hold. So you swipe up and then kind of hold there instead of just swiping away. So that's the difference. So pretty straightforward. This is part of the new interface because there's not a home button there anymore. So you go to whatever app you want to, and then you swipe up and go back to your home button. So no home button. This is a little bit of a different way of going about it. Samsung also got rid of their home button on their Galaxy devices, but it's a little bit different. But I don't want to get into that part until I shake up this unboxing. Wait just a moment. So this unboxing is going to take a little bit different shape now because it's a bit of a dual unboxing because let's face it, people are going to be spending money on the best of the best smartphones that are out for 2017, especially going into this holiday season. And guys, there's no other device out there that's positioned to give the iPhone 10 a run for its money any more than this guy, the Galaxy S8. So we're going to do a quick unboxing on this guy and compare it to how this guy was unboxed. All right, so this is the Galaxy S8. This is an unlocked version, and we're going to jump right into this. So dual unboxing, iPhone 10, this guy, and Galaxy S8. So let's jump right in. So you have a sleeve instead of a lot of plastic. Okay, sleeve comes right off. And you can see the box says Samsung right here in kind of a embroidered, kind of raised font, fancy font. And then it's black and blue. You can see that the box is black, but then you have a cool kind of black and blue effect there, kind of metallic blue. All right, and so we're going to jump right into this. And here we have the device front and center. Now, a little bit different way they went about it You can see even the inlay of the box is in that dark blue kind of metallic, which is pretty slick, I think. And like I said, this is the Galaxy S8. This is not the Galaxy S8 Plus. So this one's one that I feel like is going to go head to head more so from a general usage standpoint with the iPhone 10, because they're very similar in size, which we'll compare here soon. So little pull tab here, and you pull the device right out, and there you go. So slide this to the side. So there's the device, and you got some plastic and stickers on the back of here too. Now let's do a little bit of a size comparison to these two. Very, very similar form factor. Very similar. Extremely similar in size and shape. Don't think that's a coincidence. Now it looks like the Galaxy S8 is a little bit taller, but I don't think it's any wider. Actually, I don't even think it's as wide. So the iPhone is a little bit wider. Just a smidge wider. And the Galaxy S8 is just a little bit taller. Now they do look different on the back. The camera's single sensor, camera sensor here, and you got the double sensor here. Both of them 12 megapixels, just a little bit different layout. And with Apple actually going away from the fingerprint sensor, it's just Face ID only to unlock the phone unless you do like a code. Samsung left the fingerprint sensor, but it's right here on the back. So you do like this to do the fingerprint sensor. Okay. So just wanted to do a quick unboxing of that S8 to kind of compare. We're going to do some size comparisons, and we're going to just compare some general user interface things to compare these devices, so you can maybe consider, weigh that in your consideration of which device that you're going to get this year. So before I move any further with this unboxing and first look at the iPhone 10, I want to get this plastic off of here. And I know a lot of people love the sound, so I'll quit yapping for a second so you can hear it. There you go. A lot of people love that sound. Let's go ahead and do it to the Galaxy S8 while we're at it. And there's one on the front too. All right. There we go. So now we got these guys out of the wrapper, and man, they look a good bit alike. I'm going to get this guy powered on and set up so we can compare them kind of head to head. So similar to the iPhone 10, the Galaxy S8 has different biometric ways of unlocking you and securing your device as well. As you can see, there's face recognition, there's fingerprint scanner, there's iris scanner. So there's a sensor built into this notch here that scans your eyes, and everyone has unique irises. So that's probably pound for pound the most secure biometric out there right now, even more so than fingerprint. And then you have pin or pattern as well. You can set up a pin or a pattern on your device to type in. So I'm going to show you how to do the one that I think is the most secure. So I'm going to do the iris scanner. Okay. And you'll set up a pattern or pin to back that up. I'm going to do a pin. Okay. There's a disclaimer, but we're going to go ahead and move forward with the iris scanner, and it says for best results, take your glasses off and place the device 11 to 14 inches away from your face. 10 to 14 inches away from your face, so hold it about right there, and that'll give it a good sense. So peel these off. All right, so that was pretty quick. So it says hold your device up, and it's walking you through how to do it and how far to hold it away from your face. Also, it says that if you are in bright sunlight, sometimes bright sunlight can keep it from seeing you clearly. And make sure you have your eyes open fully, of course. Also, they have like little masks and stuff so you can line your eyes up in the little circles to be scanned. Okay. Alrighty. And so now we're going to bring the iPhone 10 back into the fold, and we're going to do a little bit of comparing between the two devices. I'm going to skip through some of the cloud stuff for right now so we can get finished. And while we're doing that, let's take a look at the size of these devices. As you can see here, I mean, they're very, very close in size. Okay. Very, very close in size. And it's funny, they actually look a little bit alike from the front anyway. So we have the front of the two devices here. They actually don't look that much different. And I'll unlock this one. Okay. We'll take a look at them though. Really do look similar. Just the basic look from the front, with the exception of the notch. Now let's turn around to the back of these devices. And I gotta get that ugly sticker off. That's gonna bug me. Okay, so I changed the camera angle so I could get a little bit closer look at the stars of the show here. As you can see, both of these devices feature AMOLED technology screen. So OLED screens. OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. So Samsung has been using that technology for some time now in their screens and displays on their tablets, on their phones, and you can see why. Just gorgeous displays. This is the first iPhone to ever feature an OLED display panel. And the word is that they got some help with Samsung with getting those displays. So part of the benefit to OLED displays is that you're able to replicate colors in a really awesome way. OLED technology screens do not depend on backlighting, so the actual pixels in the screen have subpixels that emit their own light, and so you're able to get really deep, dark, inky blacks, bold, bright colors, clean whites, without anything washing out or compromising the color next to it. So the pixels do a lot of work and create the picture that you see here. So really nice, vibrant colors. Wanted to go through a couple applications and look at a couple things so you can see and check out the displays on both of these guys. So let's go into the browser. And we just opened up to google.com on both devices in the native browser of both Samsung's web browser app and Apple's Safari web browser app. And you can tell just a little bit different in the whites. It looks like a little bit of a bluish, tint on the Galaxy, and it's a little bit creamy, a little bit of a yellowy tint. Like I said, the displays are a similar technology, but they are not the same exactly. I'm sure they're just a little bit different series, but still nice colors. You can tell though in the Google here, the red and the yellow, it looks a little bolder here. The yellow is a little bit golden looking over here to me. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but I'll get those a little bit closer so you can maybe see what I'm talking about. But a little bit different in the whites and how they're handling the colors there in the word Google. So that's interesting. We'll go to another website that a lot of people are probably visiting today. And another thing I'm noticing here is a difference in the colors. Again, that should be a close enough angle, but the way the reds are here and here, and as it bleeds down here, you can see it get kind of orangey here and kind of orangey here. It's dealing with the reds differently on both devices. They're handling those reds a lot more different. The blues are similar, but the reds, it seems like it's handling those a good bit different. Also, you can see what you're looking at on the screen here as we scroll through on both devices. It's just kind of showing you how Face ID works and all that good stuff. You can see what's being rendered on the screen, and you can see it fills up quite a bit on the screen. You can see quite a bit on the screen here. Also, something that you can do is you can move this navigation bar out of the way. We'll click OK there so you can see a little bit more. Got it. Okay, so it's kind of walking us through how to use it. But as you can see here, we're scrolling through the same stuff, and it's like you can see, maybe just a little bit more on the screen. Not much. I think that the notch kind of comes down a little bit, and it may be, impeding some of that, but it's most of that just the navigation bar up top where you would type in the URL. So, but you can both see really nice displays, beautiful displays on both of these guys. And you can see, hopefully you can tell from the, look at how they're handling the facial tones here. Now this is talking about the new portrait lighting feature on the front facing camera, but you can see the facial tones, it's handling those a little differently. So that's kind of interesting. Again, the reds, it's handling the reds a little bit differently here. Screen in the background there, phone here, talking about animojis. And I know a lot of people are wanting to play around with those animojis today. You can make faces and stuff with the emojis and even use your voice. So that's kind of cool. So we'll go home here, and then we'll go home here. Now you'll notice on the Galaxy device, it's a little bit different. You can actually, it's a pressure display. So regardless of what you have on the screen, so if you're looking at a picture, so I'll just take a picture here. Okay, and I'll do the same here. Okay, and we'll look at how they handle those things. So I'll pull up the picture here, And I'll pull up this picture here. Got it. Both of these in the same lighting. Actually, let's take a picture of the same subject and see how it handles them. But both those are both very clear pictures. Like I said, not the best lighting conditions here. We'll swipe up there. Okay. All right. So let's get a subject here. We'll use the iPhone box here, and we'll take a picture of both of those. So first, the iPhone. Okay, and these are just the default camera settings. No changes, no flash. Okay, so let's take a look at how they deal with the picture, with the lighting and all. So yeah, so both of them again very good. Let's turn this way and get a look at those, and I'll let you guys be the judge. But it looks like both of these pictures are very clear, a lot of detail in both of them. Does look a little bit brighter over here. Like I said, no flash was used in either photo. But again, a lot of detail, even in the tablecloth. You can see the textures there, the colors of the phone are very clear on both. So excellent 12 megapixel cameras on both of these guys. Now, going home is, like I said, it's different again. You're to swipe up here. And on the Galaxy S8, they deal with the home button situation a little bit different. Of course, you don't see any navigation buttons down here on the device. But Samsung, what they did was they embedded the home button actually in the screen. So if you press right here, you'll go back home. So this area here, I don't know if you can hear that, but it actually gives a little kind of clicking sound to give you some feedback to let you know you're actually pushing a button. So it's a little bit different. So no matter where you are, what you're looking at, you press right there and it's going to take you back to your home screen. So you go here, you go there, you go there. No matter what's on the screen, if you press hard and apply pressure, it's going to go right back to the home screen. On the iPhone, if you're in this app, you're going to swipe up. If you're in that app, messages, you're going to swipe up. Phone app, swipe up. So here it's just a little bit different. So phone, back, browser, back. So no matter, it's pressure sensitive right there, and it'll take you back to your home. So just a little bit different way that they go about it. But guys, this has been a really neat opportunity to see these two right beside each other, brand new, fresh out of the box. Both devices just being set up. Guys, you cannot beat these guys. You cannot beat either one of these. So the price points on these is a little bit different. The Galaxy S8s are running on average around $700. The iPhone 10 in the 64 gigabit model is starting at $1,000. So that is, I mean, you're talking $300 difference. So that may weigh in on the decision there. So $700 versus $1,000 starting, and those are both for 64 gigabits. So guys, another thing that I wanted to take a look at with these two is just some of the ways that the gestures work on both. So you have a flick up from the middle to get to all your app inventory on the Samsung Galaxy S8. So you flick
and that gets you all your apps. Okay. And then on here, you on the iPhone, you just flip through the respective pages on the device to get to whichever app you want to look to. You flip in there to go to your home screen. Okay. Also on the sides of the devices, let's look. So you got the Siri button on the side there, so that you can call up Siri. And then you have your volume rocker, volume up and down, and your lock switch. There you go, right there. And on the Galaxy S8, you have the volume rocker, so volume up, volume down. And then you have a third button there. That is the Bixby button. That button right there is the Bixby button. So you pull that up and you set up Bixby. We won't set that up right now. But so yeah, and then on this side, it's just a power on-off switch. Now, I'll turn the screen off. And you'll see from the lock screen on both, lock screens are handled a little bit different of the off screens, if you will. So let me get away from the glare here. You'll notice that this is the off screen on the Samsung with the always on display. Because of the AMOLED display, it allows you to have an always on display to show you the time and if you have any notifications or anything like that, as well as the date. The iPhone 8 does not do that. It's just a black screen, but you can tap to unlock the screen, and you'll see if I get my face in there, it'll see me. And now I swipe, and it'll look for me. I'll just swipe to unlock. Face ID comes up on the screen, then it sees me. Now I'll do that again because I don't know if I was in the camera well. So off again. Then I double tap to wake the screen. I swipe up, and then it looks for my face. And there you go. It unlocked. It saw my face. So, pretty cool. A little bit different on the Galaxy S8. You tap to wake up the screen. Swipe up. It looks for your irises. Okay. And then after it sees your irises, then it lets you right in. All right. So yeah, just a little bit different way of doing it. Also, you could do face unlock or iris. I just choose to use the iris because I think it's more accurate and more secure. So swipe it through. Very fluid on both devices. Very fluid.
For more than a decade.
Okay. And it looks like, I guess, when you're in the browser, you can go landscape or portrait with it. So there we go. And the notch, I think some people will have an issue with the notch being where it is on the screen. Try to escape that reflection a little bit. So, I can see sometime it may be interrupting. I don't have the YouTube app. I'll download the YouTube app to see how that handles the... We'll go to search and then put in YouTube. Okay, so we'll download the YouTube app and see how that looks on both devices. All right, be right back. Okay, guys, so we're taking a look at a YouTube video that's at the highest native resolution on both displays, just to look at the video quality. Got the same video pretty much at the same time. You can tell a little bit difference in the colors. Look at the sky there. The blues are a little bit different. Looks like greens are a little bit different. See the hippo coming up. The greens are a lot bolder, looks like here. Also, they have different ways of going full screen. So we'll go full screen to where the video takes up the entire screen there on the Galaxy S8. We'll do the same thing on the iPhone 10. No. Right. All right. I think there's a way we can make it fit the whole screen here. Something that I'm also noticing is that the device is rocking. I think because of the camera sensor. Probably you put it in a case. But the camera sensor sticks out. You see that? And I think that's what's kind of rocking back and forth, so it's not sitting flat. Okay. So we're able to get the zoom to fit on both devices. As you can see here, the device fills up the entire display here. So looking at the videos, here we'll get away from the glare. See, look at the reds. How they handle the reds and the blues is a lot different. This one looks more vibrant. Those are totally different reds. Now the reds in this case, I actually kind of prefer the reds over there. In this case, I like the reds a little bit more over here, so that's interesting. The colors do look a little more poppy though. But you can see when you go full screen, those blues are nice on both. But I think some people might be bothered by that a little bit because you're like, man, I wonder what's on the other side. I wonder what's under there, because it kind of interrupts the picture a little bit. But still very nice. It's still a very immersive experience, you know, when you can watch a video and it literally just take over the entire device. Look at that. I mean, it's just from edge to edge, just nothing but screen. So that's pretty awesome. Really is. Pretty awesome. Again, the colors are handled differently in videos. Both look very good, very vibrant though. So let you guys be the judge on which one you like better. But again, OLED screens on both devices, so awesome looking picture quality. All right, guys. So we are looking at the notes applications on these devices and the keyboards. Now, I do think there are some customization settings on these, but this is just out of the box how the keyboards are set up. You'll notice on the Galaxy S8, the keys do look a little bit smaller, but I like the fact that there's a number row, so you can hit some letters and then hit some numbers without having to, switch screens. Looks like you have to, hit letters here and then switch over to numbers to get to your number rows. I do think that iOS does support third-party keyboards. You can probably download another keyboard that does not do that. Also, you've got some pretty extensive emojis on iOS as well. And Samsung has a pretty decent emoji store as well. Good bit of emojis there. Let's go back into the regular keyboard. But yeah, so this is just. So still got the same tapping sound. Good feedback on both. So yeah. So guys, I have to say, I'm really impressed with both of these devices. You can't go wrong with either one of these. If you're looking for a device for yourself, you're wanting a really nice high-end smartphone with an excellent screen, excellent camera, super fast, just about every feature that you could want out of a smartphone, both of these guys have it. Now you're going to pay a premium price for it, especially in the case of the iPhone. You're definitely going to pay a premium for it, but man, is it nice. Just a gorgeous device. Really, really nice fit and finish. Just ultra shiny. Nice camera. Apple logo. Just the fit and finish. Ultra shiny and glossy. Same thing with the Galaxy S8. Man, that screen just spills over off of the edge. I don't know if you can see that, but it almost looks fake. It's so clear, the screen. Such a vivid screen, and you can see it just kind of curves over the edge, and it's rounded on the edges too. So it just kind of gives the effect of it just spilling over off of the edge. Even when you look at things that are running off the edge of the screen, as you can see as I swipe through, it almost looks like it's falling off the edge there. Pretty cool. So yeah, just awesome quality devices, awesome screen, and you can't really go wrong with either one of these guys. So, like I said, there's some goodies inside of both boxes here. As we unbox both, you have the power brick and the power cord for charging, lightning. You also have the lightning to 3.5 millimeter, so you can plug in your headphones for your iPhone. Because there's no jack on the bottom, so you just use the lightning port to plug those in. All right, and on the Galaxy S8, you do have a 3.5 millimeter jack right there, as you can see. And so let's look and see what's in the box here that you get with it. So the usual books and manuals as well. Alright, put those to the side. Then you can see your power brick is right here. Now a little bit different layout. You have under this little trap door, you have the cord to charge, and that's USB Type C. So it's a Type C end right there. So that's new on the new Galaxy devices. And look at here, you got some really nice earbuds actually. These are AKG earbuds. And they have a standard 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And you can see the cord there. I don't know if you can see that. The cord is actually kind of a woven material. So they're nice, high quality earbuds. I mean, these earbuds retail for about $100 by themselves. So that's actually a cool value that you get in the box. Plus, it looks like there's some little ear tips in there as well. I think Apple includes those as well. And you have a couple things here too. You have a USB, what we call an OTG adapter. So you're able to plug this into your device and then hook a different device to it to transfer information. So that's cool. You get that out of the box. Also, you can use that to plug a thumb drive into your phone. So if you have some documents or things saved, MP3s or movies saved on a thumb drive, you can pop them in there and view those on your Galaxy S8. Also, for people that have older Android devices that use a micro USB, they give you an adapter to convert your micro USB over to USB Type C. So that's the new standard for devices in the Android world or Samsung Galaxy world. So yeah, it's nice to have both of those adapters in the box. But yeah, you do still have the famed 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, so you can listen to your music through your favorite headphones manually. So guys, in summary, I have to say, I think Apple did a good job with this iPhone 10. It's not for everybody. I do think that the lack of a home button and the swipe gestures, that's going to take some getting used to for a lot of folks. And some folks just aren't going to be able to get used to it. They're just used to how it's always been with iOS, with the round home button. So I don't think it's for everyone. I think some folks will probably want to stick to a 7 or 8 because of those differences. But for people who are up to the challenge a little bit of learning, the new operating system and just how to navigate the device and just the changes, and looking forward to chatting with animojis and things like that, I really think they're going to enjoy this device. It's a really good looking device. It's got a nice quality OLED display panel with nice rich colors to it. You've got that sharp camera back there, dual sensors, and you're able to shoot 4K at 60 frames per second. Those are compelling features, and I like the fact that Apple, just kind of went a little bit of a different direction here this time. I think the notch there will bother some people, but I think in a lot of content that you look at, it kind of just fades away a little bit. You don't see it as bad. It's just not as obvious as you would think in certain things. It's really not all that bad. In certain applications, you'll be able to tell more than others. Like when you're watching a video or something like that, it maybe the fact that the content is not showed right there, that might bug you a little bit. But for the most part, it just kind of fades into the background. So I don't think very many people will notice it. And for what you're getting with the Face ID, if I can get that in focus, that notch up there, that's what that is. That's Face ID. and it's just really kind of a new thing that they're doing with all the different technologies that are in that notch there. That's why that is there, just to give you all those sensors to track your face, your facial motions, expressions, and even if you change your haircut and different things like that, those IR sensors will still know it's you. So, and it does work well. It unlocks quickly. It just, sometimes it can be a struggle in bright light or sunlight, but for the most part, it seemed to work really well. So, guys, that's the iPhone 10, wrapping on the iPhone 10 here with Gino's Gadgets today, and comparing the iPhone 10 to another heavy hitter, the Galaxy S8. Guys, these two are going to duke it out over the holidays, and lots of people are going to be happy with both of these devices. So if you are looking at one of them, do keep in mind the price difference. You're looking at about $300 price difference between the two. You're looking at around $700 for the Galaxy S8 and around $1,000 on up to about $1,200 for the larger memory version. So, guys, that is my comparison between the Galaxy S8 and the iPhone 10. Please like and subscribe here at Gino's Gadgets, and we'll see you in the next video.